You may have seen me put the phrase advanced grammar in quotation marks in other videos, and there's a simple reason for that, which is there's no such thing as advanced grammar. Salve, Justin here from the Latin Teacher Lab. Have you ever thought about the fact that really there's no such thing as inherently advanced grammar? There's only language you've met enough in meaningful enough ways for it to feel natural, and language that you haven't yet met enough or in meaningful enough ways for it to feel natural. Think about it. Are gerunds and gerundives and jussive subjunctives and indirect statements really that much more complex inherently than, let's say, personal pronouns or noun cases? They're certainly not so complex that they need to appear way later in a textbook or curriculum, and they're really not that tricky at all if you hear every day est tempus scribendi, nunc est legendum, quaeso finem faciatis, or quiscit, quota hora sit. Some syntax is considered so sticky that it's way delayed in most textbooks and curricula. The problem is that means that very syntax is the syntax, and the other language that's involved is the language that students have had the least exposure to before encountering the text that sticky syntax is supposed to help them read. Fear clauses aren't some kind of sneaky switcheroo. They're just how you tell someone in Latin what you're afraid of. Sequence of tenses isn't a minefield of moods, it's just how you say what you mean in Latin. So what's the application of all this? Because I recognize that we can't just throw everything at students at once. Some stuff is going to have to come up earlier, some stuff is going to have to come up later, but we can soften that thud of advanced grammar that you may have felt before, or that your students may have felt, by simply not sheltering students from that advanced grammar, working in what's sometimes considered advanced grammar earlier in our courses, whether that's with the text you share with students, conversationally, in stock classroom phrases. Just tell students when that thing appears or when you use a phrase, what the relevant words or phrases or sentences mean in context, and let them enjoy the richness of the language. So it can be done so that by the time you do more formally introduce whatever that advanced grammar item is, advanced grammar, students are already basically familiar with it, or they already have a sense of it. This also saves us from all the hang-ups about, well, we haven't done the subjunctive yet, or we haven't done sequence of tenses yet, which the idea of doing an element of the language is meaningless in the context of actual language use. Another application is that we can help our students by the way we talk about supposedly advanced grammar. If we say we're going to move on to this trickier thing, or we haven't gotten to that advanced grammar yet, that can throw up mental barriers for students, and it also creates artificial and unnecessary divisions between elements of the language. Let's just enjoy being able to use and share the language in more natural ways with our students. There are other videos on this channel with really practical ideas for doing that, so check those out. If you want me to make more videos like this and more people to see them, go ahead and zhup the like button. As always, I wish you and your students joy and success. Wale!